What's up, guys? This week we'll be making red enchiladas or Rojas enchiladas. Definitely something I've been wanting to make for a long time now. Really made me appreciate Mexican food a lot more with the amount of effort and skill, time it takes. Definitely not an easy endeavor, very time consuming. So, if you're up for the challenge, let's get started.
So, first thing we're going to do is season our chicken and dry brine it for a bit while we prep the rest of our ingredients. I'll be using some salt, black pepper, and smoked paprika. Dry brining will help dry out the exterior of the chicken thighs a bit, and then when we place it in the oven, it will help brown it more easily, giving us more flavor. You definitely don't need to do this step. You can just always just salt, season your chicken, and just pop it in the oven. It's no biggie. I was doing this while I was prepping the rest of my ingredients. So, the next ingredient we're going to prep are the dried chilies. Dried chilies are super important in Mexican cooking. What we want to do first is cut them open, de-seed them the best you can. You don't have to take every single one of the seeds out, but try your best. And try not to touch your hands and eyes. Be wary or wear gloves. In this case, I'm cutting open an ancho chili. We're also going to use a guajillo chili. And I also have some adobo chilies as well. But those are canned, so no prep for them. So all these different types of chilies have their own flavor profile and aromas, and that's what makes this sauce so robust. Once we're done de-seeding all of these chilies, we want to pop the chicken thighs under the broiler to brown them. It should take around 10 minutes for each side, but let's make our cilantro lime crema in the meantime. First thing we want to do is blanch some cilantro and parsley. I let this boil for 1 minute and then I'm going to shock it in some ice water. Squeeze out the ice water, then place it in the food processor along with some sour cream, lime zest, a garlic clove, some lime juice, and salt to taste. We're going to blitz and then adjust for consistency by adding water until it's loose enough to be served on top as a sauce. Don't forget to adjust the salt levels as well. Now you have a cilantro lime crema that you can serve on top of your enchiladas later. Now we're going to make our red sauce or Rojas sauce. We're first going to roast our peppers until they become fragrant. Then we're going to soak it in the cilantro parsley water that I blanched it with, just to reuse it. Or if you're not going to make the crema, just use regular boiling water. It should take around 10 to 15 minutes until we rehydrate these chilies. In the meantime, char an onion on a dry pan until they're blackened a bit, and also add in some garlic cloves, but make sure not to blacken those, as that will add a lot of bitter flavor. The onion should be okay though. Alright, finally, after the peppers are done hydrating, grab your blender. I have a Vitamix here, of course, but use whatever blender you have. Place your peppers inside, along with your charred onions and garlic. I'm going to season them with some cumin and salt as well. And we're going to use some of the pepper liquid as well. We want this to be a sauce, so it needs to be nice and smooth. We're going to adjust the consistency of the sauce with the pepper water. Midway through blending, I'm going to add my chipotle peppers and adobo sauce as well, as this is another pepper we want to add for more depth of flavor. Continue blitzing the sauce until everything is cohesive and nice and smooth. Once it gets to this consistency, it'll take some practice. I'm going to strain this to a strainer. But if you're lazy, you don't have to do this step. It definitely makes for a smoother sauce, but I think it still tastes great even without doing so. Hey, choice is yours. I'm going to strain this into my Instant Pot. When the chicken is done, place it inside of the Instant Pot along with any leftover or accumulated juices from the pan, and then we're going to pressure cook this for 10 minutes. The chicken will be shreddable by then, and then we can start making our enchiladas when that is finished. In the meantime, another step to prepare is we have to make our tortillas, or I guess prep our tortillas. I definitely didn't want to make my own as this was already a huge endeavor, so I bought some store-bought tortillas from the Mexican supermarket. I'm going to prep them by slathering it with some tallow, and then we're going to pan sear it just for a bit so it's more easily malleable. You got to do this for a whole bunch, so you can see why Mexican cooking actually requires a lot of effort. Alright, finally our pressure cooker is done cooking our chicken with our sauce. We're going to take it out. We're going to let this cool for a bit so you don't burn yourselves while we begin to shred our chicken, prep a bowl of sauce for later when we begin to make our enchiladas. For our enchiladas, we're going to spray a bottom of a pan that you're going to bake it in. I just used these aluminum foil ones because I didn't want to clean. All you really have to do is spread some sauce on the pan you're baking in, sauce the tortillas from before, put some shredded chicken with some shredded cheese. I shredded it myself, of course, and then roll them up tight as possible with the seam on the bottom. Repeat this for the rest of the tray. You can see why this takes forever, and I rarely often do this just because the amount of labor involved. But hey, had some friends over, so wanted to show off just a bit. Top off your enchiladas with some cheese and some extra sauce and stick this in a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for around 10 to 15 minutes or until the cheese is nicely melted and brown like this. Finish it off with topping with extra cilantro parsley, your lime crema that you made from before, and extra sauce. And there you go. To serve, you can always just add more of what you just topped it with and give it a nice portion of sauce as well, and you have a wonderful meal that you can serve to your friends and family. This is definitely a hard and laborious effort, but hey, makes you appreciate Mexican food a lot more. So if you ever give this a shot, let me know what you think. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my video, and if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and follow my Instagram at WeCanCooks. Thanks for the support.